Is everyone on the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right. Now, I have picked this question to explain about the concentration measurement. So over here, one very good tip when you want to answer this kind of question, what you need to do first is think about what the question wants, okay? You have to think about what the question wants first. So always look for what the question wants. For example, over here, the question wants you to find mole fraction, okay, mole fraction of sodium hydroxide. So you're gonna write that down, okay? You write that down. Don't keep that in your head because it's just gonna fleet away somewhere else. So you write that down, and then from your past experience of learning about mole fraction, you have to write down the definitions of mole fraction, okay? In this case, we're gonna make it more specific because the question gives you specifically the solutes that you're gonna be working with, okay? Mole of sodium hydroxide divide by mole of sodium hydroxide plus mole of H2O. Now, the problem with students is you would be asking me, sir, dari mana datang H2O ni? Tidak ada pun dia bagitaw dalam sini. This is a very good skills that you need to develop in chemistry. Whenever you see the word aqueous, okay, whenever you see the word aqueous over here and the word solution, that means your sodium hydroxide, this one is the solute, okay? And because you have the word aqueous, your solvent will always going to be water, okay? In this earth, on this earth, we have all tons of solvent that we can use. But like what you have learned before, even before you reach to matriculation, we know that water will be the most universal solvent. Not only on Earth, you can go outside in the universe, it's still going to be the most universal solvent. Alcohol, like what we have talked about just now in the beginning, in the induction phase, alcohol is also a solvent. But remember, when you see a question, if you see the word aqueous, that means you have H2O as the solvent. Is that okay, everyone?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. So it's a very good tip.
Okay,
Now,
sir.
first, list down what the question wants. And then you do know that the question wants for NaOH. I do believe that some of you guys might gonna ask me, sir, boleh ka saya tulis just mole of solute over mole of total mole of the component and so on. If you write that in exams, you might not gonna get your 1 mark because the question have asked you specifically for sodium hydroxide. So that is another challenge that you need to be able to think about, and you need to be able to remember when you want to answer questions in exams, okay? So this is the first thing that you need to do, what the question wants. So typically in examinations, they're gonna give you 1 mark. This definition over here, they're going to give you 1 mark. Do remember that, okay? So next, what do you need to do? Second tip, once the question gives you what it wants, selalunya soalan ini bagus juga. They give you something, okay? They're going to tell you, oh, I want this, but I'm going to give you this. So pandai-pandai you work out the solutions, okay? It's kind of like your girlfriends, I think. Your girlfriends want something, tapi dia tak bagi tahu lah kan? Dia tak bagi tahu lah apa dia mau, tapi dia bagi hint-hint. So you have to know how to use those hints to answer or to fulfill the kehendak lah. Sama juga macam soalan ini. So what does the question gives? The question gives, where is that? Question gives percentage by mass. How do you know that? Because when you read the question over here, it says that contains 22.8% sodium hydroxide by mass. So that is what the question gives. And from what the question gives, again, you're going to write down, you're going to use the definition of percentage by mass. Okay, this is the definition of percentage by mass. So in this case, your solute now is obviously NaOH, and the solution, mass of solution, is the NaOH aqueous, okay? From the definition over here, we would be able to use this definition to make assumptions. That is what I meant by logical assumption, guys. It needs to be based on the definitions. Maybe in the past, your teachers, or maybe you have learned before, oh tidak apa, the definition you just hafal. Nanti you buat macam ni. But sebenarnya, kids, definitions in chemistry are useful. That from the definitions, kamu tidak boleh hanya hafal, tapi dari definition, you would be able to use that to make logical assumptions. When you are able to do the logical assumptions, you would be able to solve the problems, okay? So for example, over here, we can assume that the mass of solute now is this. And we can assume that the mass of solution is this, from what the question gives, okay? So from that gesture of what you have done just now, step number 3, we will be assuming the mass, like what I have done over here. Now, my question now, why do I put grams? Anyone? Dia tidak bagi tahu pun sini ada grams. Why do I put grams, not kilograms?
Because it says by mass.
Still, kilograms can be mass.
Because the mole units, the molar mass.
Why?
Molar mass.
Why?
G per
What
mole.
is-
Untuk
Exactly.
memudahkan.
Betul. Because ini tak nampak kan? Kita tidak nampak actually, dia tak bagi tahu. But if you sensitive towards the molar mass punya unit apa? Gram per?
Gram per mole.
Exactly. So molar mass that we're going to be working with later, the units is gram per mole. That's why saya guna gram. Supaya memudahkan. Okay, kerja saya tu. Boleh guna kilogram, no problem. Tapi bila you guna kilogram, when you're going to try to relate that with molar mass, ada kemungkinan kamu akan terlupa convert. Dan jawapan akhir kamu akan salah. So that's why you have to be very, very, very careful. That's why unit bukan sahaja perlu dihafal, perlu difahami. Daripada unit, kita boleh buat pengiraan. Now we're going to apply that situation into this concept. Solution equals to solute plus solvent. In this case, we are talking about mass of solution is the mass of solute plus with the mass of solvent. Okay, then dapatlah mass of solvent. 1 mark over here. Sebenarnya ini pun akan ada 1 mark juga in exams. And the assumptions over here, when you manage to do correct assumptions, you get another 1 mark. Now we have how many informations? We have information about the mass of solute, and then we have the information about the mass of solvent. So what do we need to do next? We're going to find the mole of solute. Okay, we're going to find the mole of solute by what? By using the ma-mo-vo-no intersection that we have learned in the previous acid LP. So to get your mole of solute, kita boleh buat dengan mass of solute over molar mass of solutes. And the solutes kita sudah set tadi kan? Kita tulislah secara spesifik. Solutes over here is your NaOH. Okay, so the molar mass right here, this is the molar mass of NaOH. How do you get that molar mass from? Can you give me an idea? How do I get that? Anyone? Tiba-tiba muncul? Pinahafal?
From the table.
Yes.
Table, sir.
Dah nampak dah tadi kan? So this table is provided for you in exam. So kita ambil what do we need just now? We have, if I'm opening, we have NaOH,
A.
sodium, oxygen, hydrogen. So we're gonna put hydrogen, you have 1, and then sodium over here, you have 23, oxygen is 16. So when you add them together, you get your molar mass. You work this out, you get the mole of solute. Look, you have done. How do you get this mole of solute? It's all started from your logical assumptions, okay? Definition is super important. The definition, that is the weapon that you're going to use to solve this problem, okay? Now, mole of NaOH, dah dapat. Mole of NaOH pun dah dapat. The only mole yang kita buat sekarang adalah mole of solvent, H2O. All right. So we move on to the next one. I think this one is going to be pretty straightforward already. You take the mass of solvent, divide by the molar mass of water. Okay, so solvent, we have done that. And then you get the mole of solvent right there. So plug that in to your mole fraction formula, then you get this. Okay. Misconceptions. What do you think the misconceptions that you might be able to encounter in this type of question? Any ideas? Ataupun common mistakes? Ada satu tadi kita ada sebut awal-awal tadi.
Gram to, sir. kg.
Yes. One of the common mistakes when students, I'm going to do this very slowly, right? Okay. One of the common mistakes is when, number one, when students use kg, but do not change to gram when converting mass to mole. So this is very common mistakes when we present these questions to students. Some of them, they use kg, not a problem if you want to use kilograms. But then again, bila student tu ada tendency, dia ada tendency dia tak ubah dia punya unit tu, dia jadi salah lah. Okay. What else? What else? Very, very common misconception. And then some of you did ask me about this. Second. Any ideas?
H2O.
The unit, sir.
Unit, yes. When you forget to put your unit, that is another common mistake. Someone said about H2O just now.
H2O, sir. Aqueous.
Why?
Aqueous.
Okay, they use different
Mungkin
solvent.
kerasan ada H2O.
Yes, that is one, because you do not know that you need to consider H2O. Another common mistake is when they try to work out mole of solution. This is incorrect, okay? What happened over here, because you have mass of solution, yes? If I'm gonna go up right here, mass of solution, 100 grams. Student tu sudah faham, oh, mass of solution 100 grams. So, bolehkah saya add molar mass of H2O and molar mass of NaOH, and then we can get the mole right away? That is wrong, okay? And why is it wrong? For your level, the explanation is simple, because you need to go back to the mole fraction. What does it mean by mole fraction over here? It says mole of one component divided by the total number of mole of all components. So, kamu tak boleh cari dia sekaligus dalam solution. Kena cari dia asing-asing based on the definitions. But if you want to know even deeper into the energetics, into the Gibbs free energy, into the ada satu perkataan lagi, energetics, Gibbs, entropy, yes, the entropy and everything. If I want to explain, it will be super complicated. Okay, kenapa tak boleh cari solute, mole of solution from mass of solution? So it's enough for us to work based on the definition given to you. The definition doesn't say mole of solution. It says mole of total mole of every component in the system. So that's why it's super important for you to understand on how to use the definitions for concentration measurement. Okay, is there any questions about that question, problem, before we're going to proceed to the second one?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to open up my lesson plan quickly. So we have talked about this. We're done. Okay. So we're going to go back to here. Now the second bits will be this question we're going to have a look. Okay. Can everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is another type of question that will be quite typical in exams. Okay, they're going to ask you this kind of questions in exams. They give you density. You have a density over here, right there, density. And then you have 95% by mass. And then it wants you to do this. Again, we're going to start with what the question wants. Okay, so the question wants, this time, molarity of H2SO4. So the definition will be different from mole fraction, of course. So you have mole of solute, which is H2SO4, over volume of the solution in liter. Okay, but in here, it doesn't say aqueous or anything. Dia tak sebut pun. Kalau dia tidak sebut, if the question doesn't say aqueous or other things, that means your solvent will always gonna be water. Your level, for matrix level, solvent will always gonna be H2O. Remember that. Unless if the question says otherwise. Okay, if you have different type of solvent, they're gonna tell you. You don't have to worry about that one. Is that okay so far, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, great. Now, we're gonna look at second thing, what you're gonna do for second step. Again, you're gonna try to look for what the question gives. Okay, try to remember about a person wants something, but not really clear, but he or she is giving you hints. So inilah hint dia bagi. So we have to be creative. So you have to be smart in order to find the information. Okay, so the question gives mass of percentage by mass. It doesn't say over here, but you have the 95% by mass. In your syllabus, we only have 5. We only have 5 concentration measurement: molarity, molality, mole fraction, percentage by mass, and percentage by volume. So if you see percentage over here, it's either percentage by mass or percentage by volume. Obviously, it's going to be percentage by mass. Okay? So mass of solutes over mass of solution. This is the definition. Again, from the definition, we would be able to make logical assumption. Okay, so you have mass of solute and mass of solution. Solute, we are talking about H2SO4. So from the logical assumption we are making now, you can assume that the mass of solute is 95 grams, mass of solution 100 grams. Again, why do I use grams over here? Apart from molar mass units, any ideas?
Molar mass.
Kita sudah jawab yang itu tadi. Ada satu lagi. Dalam soalan tu, there's another one that you can use that piece of information.
The density ka, sir?
Exactly. Jaya ka to?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you look at the density, you have gram per mil. So that's why you can use grams over here for the assumptions. All right? So that's why I said just now, do not take your units for granted. You can get a lot of information from your units, including this. Look here. You have the unit gram per mil. I've been told that there are some people out there, they have told you, oh, tidak perlu kisah unit. Jangan risau itu unit. Hujung-hujung nanti baru kamu tulis unit. I disagree, okay? If you're able to use the units to your advantage, they will give you a lot of information. Terutamanya macam begini. Dalam unit density ni pun, saya sudah boleh tahu apa definition density dan sudah boleh dapat 1 markah. Okay? Now, nanti kita tunjuklah, saya akan tunjuk benda tu. Next, what we're going to be doing is, we're going to find the moles of solutes from mass of solute. We have decided from the logical assumption, mass of solutes is 95 grams. So to get the mole of solutes, we're going to use the formula mass of solutes over molar mass of solutes. Again, how do you find molar mass? The one that I've done over here, kita guna table. Okay? Jangan hafal. Use this. This is going to be given to you in exams. Do not memorize the molar mass of your compounds. For example, water. I do know that water molar mass is 18, but it's better for you to always go back to this piece of information and you will not gonna get it wrong. So when you work out the moles of solutes, we have 0.9683 mole of H2SO4. We have got mole already. If you go back to the, what's the question wants? You need mole of solute. If you want to find the molarity, you need the mole of solute over volume of solution. We have found the mole of solutes from the mass of solute. Dan dari mana mass of solute kita buat tadi? Daripada logical assumptions. Dari mana logical assumptions? Dari yang soalan bagi. Okay? Itulah skills yang perlu ada dalam you want to solve this kind of questions. Now, next, what you need to do is to find the volume of solution from density. Look, the density of solution is defined as the mass of solution over volume of solution. If, okay, I'm going to say this in Malay. Sorry, I'm going to excuse me for saying this in Malay. If kalaulah student itu memaksa diri dia menghafal, oh kena hafal, obviously otak dia akan jam. Because science has shown that you have to help your brain to remember. In neuroscience, dia sudah bagi tahu dalam satu masa, kita cuma boleh sumbat 7 chunk of information. Okay? So, selagi kita boleh kasih kecilkan itu chunking, selagi kita boleh besarkan chunking dan kecilkan jumlah 7 jumlah yang perlu diingat, lagi bagus. So, kalau student itu paksa diri dia, I need to memorize this because I need to get 1 mark for the density of solution definition. Memang struggle. Tapi, like what I said just now, if you cultivate the, how am I going to say that is in Malay? If you cultivate the behavior or the attitude, kebiasaan, yes, kebiasaan untuk untuk tahu apa kegunaan unit ni. Tengok, unit ni adalah gram per mil, betul? Maksudnya sekarang ini adalah mass over volume. That's why I said, soalan sudah bagi unit. Dia sudah bagi hint sudah. Jawapan untuk 1 markah dalam exam di sini. So ini adalah skill-skill yang tersirat lah kali ya. Tapi like I said, I disagree when people say tidak perlu kisah unit awal-awal pengiraan, unit itu di hujung baru tulis. No. That's why skill saintifik itu tidak kuat bila unit itu kamu tidak ambil kisah. Unit itu penting. Right. Is that okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, from the density, the volume of solution, we can get from here. Look, we have the mass of solution already. From where do you get this mass of solution? Again, from the logical assumptions that we have done.
Okay, sir.
And the density is given to you in the questions. Enough information. So by plugging in all the information inside, you would be able to get the volume of solution. So ini saya just masukkanlah nilai-nilai yang dia sudah bagi itu, yang kita sudah buat assumption. Then you will have the volume of solution, which is 54.3478 mil. Why do I change to liter?
Because the formula
Definition. 1 in later, sir.
Exactly. Itu adalah common mistake student. Bila dia dah dapat the volume of solution in mil, they forget to change that into liter based on what the definition wants. Again, I prove my point. Definition tidak boleh dihafal semata-mata. Definition is important to direct you, to guide you of what you need to do, right? Now, finally, you go back to your definitions and you would be able to get your answer, which is 17.8. Okay? Common mistakes, units. Remember, molarity. The unit is big M or mol per liter. Molality. Molality, the unit is small m, or I prefer molal, or you can write mol per kg. So you need to remember these 2 things. Right. Is there any questions regarding to these 2 questions before we're going to proceed to student activity? Ada soalan?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right. So if you do not have any questions, we're going to proceed to the student-led activity. Okay. I'm going to give you the... Okay. Give me a minute. I need to... Yes. I will give you the breakout link. Okay. Right. What you need to do next, I'm going to give you a question. Maybe I can show you the question now. Okay. I'll send the question afterwards in the group. What I want you to do, I will give you a question. I want you to work with your classcraft team, solve the problems, and prepare your scheme of work in the most interesting presentation. You will have about 30 to 40 minutes for your discussions, and we will get back in this main room and you will be presenting your work. Remember, also in your presentation, I want you to suggest, okay, think in your group, try to churn out idea on how to study or how to learn better for concentration measurements. Maybe you have some ideas. Biasalah kan saya ini sudah lanjut usia sudah nih, mungkin kamu punya ide lebih hebat lagi. So today is the opportunity for you to work as a team. The best team will be rewarded with XP points on your class craft, okay? Don't miss this opportunity. Okay, in your comment section, I'm gonna give you the group link. Jangan salah masuk grup ah. Kamu ingat sudah grup kamu kan? Okay, you can get into your groups now. I'm glad someone is asking about the 20 degrees Celsius. So think about it. Have we talked about temperature? Everyone agrees with this? I've looked at every room. Quite a few of you guys are talking about the 20 degrees Celsius. I'm glad that you are picking that up. Think about it. Have we talked about 20 temperature so far? Or is it a trick? Firdaus, jangan pening dulu. Satu-satu. Think about it. Think about it. So far, have we talked about temperature in all the steps? Think about it. You guys okay? Kumpulan Kodri, okay? All right. Where are you at? Okay. Okay, good. Continue. Are you guys discussing how do you on WhatsApp or something? Okay. Is it possible for the slides to be shown on the screen so that I can have a look right away? Yeah. You don't have to worry about the rest of the people. They don't see it. It's only me and you guys. There's one group that's really advanced at this point. They're on the presentation already. So the rest of the group, you want to step it up. Jaslyn, okay?
Yes, sir.
Kenapa keluar segala alfabet tuh? Jangan stres, jangan stres. Okay, guys, I have given the link, Google form link, for you to give your final answer for the questions. Only one representative should fill the Google form, okay? Okay, I repeat, everyone, do remember to think about one method to study or to learn concentration measurements. You need to suggest at least one. Again, if you are able to do so, you might be granted XP points. Ten 10 minutes left. bit of an extra time, but at 3:40, everyone needs to be inside the main room already. Okay, so at 3:40, we're gonna start with the presentation. So hurry up, guys. I can see that some of you guys are nearly done. Okay, guys, you can try to wrap it up for your discussions. I have received all of your answers. Can everyone get back into the main room as swift as possible? We're going to start with the presentation shortly. Sabar, Firdaus, sabar. We take it slowly, one at a time, okay? Now, I'm going to close all of the breakout rooms now and we're going to start the presentation. I hope everyone is ready inside. So have a look, okay? Great. So thank you very much for your cooperations. I've seen when I do some helicoptering around your breakout rooms, different teams will have different approach in discussing. Some of you are discussing through WhatsApp messages. Some are using voices. It's absolutely fine. But I'm very proud of you. Very, very proud of you today because when I go from room to room, I can see that discussion is happening, and especially for tadi bila mungkin kebetulan lah terbuka grup Mas Linda, tersentuh pula hati saya dengan Mas Linda berapi-api explain when she was explaining to your friend and everything. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. Okay, I was so amazed by Mas Linda lah. Yang lain tu I'm very sure we have a lot more like Mas Linda, but mungkin saya tidak sempat masa buka grup kamu tu mungkin sudah berakhir mungkin explanation. So I just want to see maybe a virtual round of applause. Mungkin Mas Linda tidak nampakkan. So Mas Linda, just imagine everyone is clapping for you. So I'm very proud of everyone. Okay. Now we're gonna continue with the presentation. If everyone is gonna get the same, kita bagi laluan azan dulu sekejap ya. Okay. If all of the group teams are gonna get the same correct answer, so we're just gonna get one or maybe even two teams to volunteer to present your scheme of work, and the rest of you guys are gonna be comparing your steps. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. Firdaus, are you okay, Firdaus? Is still everything okay? Is Firdaus in? Okay, maybe he's not in. Now we're gonna be. Hello, Firdaus? Are you okay?
Earphone saya tak cucuk habis.
Okay, are you okay?
Okay, sir. Baru dapat.
Okay, Elmu sudah datang balik?
Ya. Tadi nervous, sir. Ramai sangat, sir.
Jangan nervous, tidak apa. Now, we're gonna have a look at your work. Okay, we're gonna have a look at your work. I'm gonna share. Okay, so the moment of truth. $9.83. So these are the answers from all of the teams. And yes, this is the correct answers. Congratulations, everyone. You have got the correct answers for the exercises, group work. Well done. Now, is there any group who would like to share their scheme of work to the whole class? I'm going to give her about
Sir.
5 minutes max to do some sharing. Yeah?
Can we?
Sarwini, you want to share?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes.
Sarwini,
Yes, sir.
you want to share?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Kita tengok macam mana dia buat. Is everything okay, Sarwini?
Alright. See the screen.
No, not yet. Are you sharing your screen or are you sharing your tab?
I'm sharing. Supposedly sharing.
Maybe you can try to send it to me first. I can try to share it from my side. Can you send that on Telegram? Oh, ada sudah Sarwini. I think it's your connection.
Alright. Can you proceed, sir?
Yeah, I think it's your connection.
Okay, good afternoon. I did this by my friend. So today we result from M4. Okay, first thing first, what you need to do is jot down
Sarwini,
information from the questions.
Sarwini,
Yes, sir.
we cannot see your
Yes.
presentation. Can you send it to me, your presentation, and I can turn it on from here?
Alright, sir.
Yeah, I can send on Telegram. You stop the presentation, send it to me, and I show it to the whole group, and you can explain. Mungkin ada yang lain before sementara Syawrini mau send ni kepada saya ni, ada yang lain mau share dulu, share your, I think Syawrini punya internet ada sedikit problem, that's why. Yes, Anissa, you want to share?
Yes, sir. For
Okay, try, go ahead, while I'm going to sort out Syawrini's presentation.
sekejap ya.
So it's already sent.
Yes, I've got it. I'm gonna, okay.
So sir, I need to present now, kan?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so for the question, this is the question where the density of 10.5 molar NaOH solution is 1.33 GnL -1 at 20 Celsius. Calculate the molarity of the solution. Okay, from our team, we have some tips to remember the differences between molarity and molarity. For molarity, we use the capital M to remember the molarity, while for molality, we use M kecil because like molality there is liti in there, so it can stands for liter, so M kecil. So that is the tips from our team. Okay, so for first of all, we were given the this one, we have 10.5 molar NaOH, and then the density is 1.33, and we need to find the molarity. So for that, we can use this step. Step 1, the question wants molarity, which is it is equals with mole of solute divide with volume of solution in liter. So step 2, we need to do logical assumption. From where is it given the 10.5 mole, we can use it to compare with the density mole of solute, and I divide by mass of solvent. So from here, we get mole of solute equals with 10.5 mole, and mass of solvent we can assume as 1 kg or 1000 gram. So this is it, mole of solute and NaOH 10.5, and mass of solvent 1000 gram or 1 kg. So for step 3, we need to find the solution, the mass of solution. Mass solute plus with mass solvent. From the assumption, we got the 10.5 mole of NaOH. So we need to find the molar mass of NaOH, which is 23 plus 16 plus 1 equals with 40 gram. And then we need to, in order to find the mass of solute NaOH, we need to multiply molar mass with mass of NaOH. So total for mass of NaOH is 420 grams. Therefore, for the mass of solution, 420 plus with 1000, we will get 1420 grams. And for step 4, we need to find the volume of solution, where we need to sub in the density and the mass of solution we just did before. And from the question, we got density as 1.33, and mass of solution is 1420 grams. So volume of solution in ml, we got 1067.6692 ml, and we need to divide with 1000 to get 1.0677 liter. So for the last step, molarity, we already got the mole of solute, which is 10.5 mole, and the volume of solution in liter, which is 1.0677. So the last answer is 9.83 m molarity, or it can be mole L -1. That's it.
Okay, well done to Anissa's group. And I really like when you suggest on how to remember between molarity and molality, because molality sounds like little, so you're going to use small m. So well done on that one. I really like that. Very simple yet effective technique Tengok saya bagi tahu tadi kan, kalau kamu bincang, you will have like other ideas, other outside the box idea maybe. Very small, very simple, but very effective. So thank you very much, Anisa's group. Well done. I don't think the rest will be able to have the opportunity today, but we're going to continue the presentation on Thursday. Sarwini, can you do your presentation on Thursday?
Can, sir.
Okay, good. So what I want you to do for the rest of the group, I want you to continue to find out like what Anisa's team has presented, okay? I think in terms of scheme of work, you might be similar. So you should be okay now because you have got the correct answer. And the only thing that I would like to know now from you is what is your suggestions on to learn concentration measurements. So you have to share about that one on Thursday. So for today, I think Anisa's group, I'm going to give you are team...
Team 2 of
Team 2.
F0. If I just... Anisa's is in team?
Team 2 of F6.
Yes, yes. F06, team 2. So I'm going to show to everyone. Okay, so team 2, F06. Very pleased with your work. I'm very, very pleased with your work. I'm going to give points. So all of the teammates, you will be getting 250 XP points. Congratulations. And the rest of the team, you will have the same opportunity on Thursday. So do your very best. Impress the whole of us on Thursday. Is that okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay. So before we're gonna end, I just wanna go back to Are we on the mostly requested by students? We have 2 minutes left.
Yes, we are, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So we have done all of this for today. Congratulations, everyone. And I'm looking forward for Thursday. If you do not have any other questions for now, that's all for today. But if you do have question afterwards, always come and contact me, okay? Contact me on Telegram. I'm waiting for you the whole day. And then, tolonglah, tidak perlu say, sorry sir for disturbing you. No, feel sorry for not disturbing me, please, okay? We have to work as a team because we need to be in this together to get that NA. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for everyone else. For the 5 students, can you please stay back? You know who you are, those 5 students. Okay, and the rest, you are allowed to leave the Google Meet session. Thank you so much. See you on Thursday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Absent yang mana tu, sir? Saya tak tahu.
Daus jangan daus. Hai.
Encik Ajun, Puan Monica,
What,
boleh
sir?
sudah... kejap. Yang ada 13 lagi. Okay, kejap. The rest, you can go up. Encik Ajun, Puan Monica, boleh keluar?
Kalau boleh stop record lah.
Okay, saya
Thank you.
akan stop.
Thank you, sir.
Ha.